Hey, it's Chris from the Dating Doc, and I'm going to talk about cleanliness. Okay, now I know you might be like, this is not a dating tip. This is not a technique for me to get laid or for me to find my romantic partner or a long-term relationship. Yes, it is. Stay with me. First off, please click like and subscribe. All right, I am an underdog channel, and what we're trying to do, instead of the same old gender wars narrative, right, where it seems like every 6 months someone comes out and just wants to bash men or women and get views out of it, we want to push a more positive and productive dating narrative. So click and like and subscribe. I'm going to talk about cleanliness from both views. Okay. Now, the reason that I look for cleanliness in a woman is because, to me, that tells me that she is, first off, self-disciplined. Okay. This is a woman who more than likely is clean, period. She doesn't do it for the guys. She doesn't do it to impress anyone. She's clean because she knows a tidy home more than likely is a more organized mind, right? And when you feel a lot more organized and you feel like you're not in this chaotic energy, then you are more than likely going to exude this attraction aura that I've talked about in other videos. So the first thing is, when you're going on a date with a woman, you know, you're almost sometimes too focused on, can I get her validation? Will she like me? Am I good enough for her? Right? Will I get laid? And you have to realize that you have to put yourself in a position where you want to find out about her. You want to make sure she's on your level. Okay. And part of that is, eventually when you get to her place, you want to check out the place. Okay. You want to check out, okay, are there beer bottles everywhere? Does it look like a mess? Does it stink of cat litter? Or is it tidy? Is it put together? Is it artistic? Is there nice decor? This tells you a lot about the woman. And again, this also works for women who go over to a guy's place. Same thing. All right. If the gentleman has beer bottles everywhere, if he's got a whole bunch of Kleenexes and lotion on the floor, okay, there's some messaging there. All right. So that's like the first little primer I want to introduce you all into why cleanliness is important. Now, stay with me here. I'm going to talk about some things you can do to be even more cleaner, more organized than you might already be. All right. So it might seem like completely basic, maybe useless advice for many of you, but if you are not the clean type because of work requirements, or because it's just not in your daily rhythm, start making it part of your daily rhythm. The thing about being clean is that it is a meditative project. It's a meditative task. And it's as easy as you setting an alarm on your Alexa or on your phone and just saying, hey, look, I'm going to clean for the next 5 or 10 minutes. It's not that hard, right? So set a timer. It can be anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes, 30 minutes. Okay, if you want to start off and work on a section of the house. Okay, life is all about analogies. If, let's say, your entire house is clean, but you have not organized that closet, then that's another project. And it's an analogy for how things might be a little bit disorganized in your life. You might have a couple of disorganized things in your mental closet. So again, stay with me here. Set anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes. You can put some music in the background. You can put an audiobook, but set some time to clean. Again, the more you clean, right? Even though it's not something you can list on an online dating profile, you can't say cleaning is one of my hobbies. But if you can say that you're about self-development, self-improvement, that is a way you do it. All right. So again, set some time aside, start cleaning, start organizing. And you may be surprised about things that you have passed by that you have not cleaned or organized in a while. I'm even guilty of that. There's certain things that after a while I have passed by and realized, wait a minute, my bookshelf is kind of in a disarray. Time to fix that. Time to tidy it up a little bit. You'll realize how much of a meditative process it is. This one is really important for those getting out of college and you're just starting your dating life, your professional life. Get on your cleaning grind. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'm going to reemphasize. You have got to find a potential partner who more than likely is organized and clean, or is going to strive to be an organized or clean. I would even dare say you practice your own self boundaries and tell that person, say, hey, look, I really had a good time. I'm very attracted to you, but I gotta admit, your place was a little bit of a wreck, right? Now, if you know for a fact they can be a potential partner, you want to tell them that. If let's say they're about a C plus and that messy apartment or house brought them down to a failing grade, then obviously you know what your answer is. But if you know you like this person's company, you know they have potential, it is completely fine. Instead of writing them off, just tell them, hey, look, all I'm going to say is that I want you to take a little bit more pride in your place, right? This is all about practicing boundaries. The reason being is when you tell them that, you're basically indirectly flattering them, even though it stings a little bit, right? So if a woman, for example, said, you know what, I really enjoy my time with you, but you've got to clean your place, with a little LOL or laugh emoji, she's still giving me a chance. And she's basically saying, hey, look, dude, like I see all your strengths and I see that weakness. So if you encounter someone who you really like, don't completely write them off unless the place is completely a wreck and unsanitary. But if there's a couple little things that are off and you just say, you know what, I'm going to let this person know, because if I end up living with them, then this is the kind of person that is going to have to wash dishes with me, is going to have to fold their laundry or help me fold laundry. Cleanliness is super important. You know, gone are the days where we're hunting and gathering and we're having to be a blacksmith and make our own weapons, our own leather crafts. We're in a more modern, advanced society. But the least we could do is have the skill and the discipline to clean, right? And again, the more you clean, the more of an organized brain you have. And the better you're more organized, the cleaner your mind is, the better you date, period, right? And I'm gonna end up with this story here. So, believe it or not, I ended up dating this really good-looking Puerto Rican woman, right? We went on a couple dates. Now, I just talked about boundary setting and letting them know the place was a little bit of a wreck. So she dressed to the nine. I mean, she looked great. She had a nice sports car. She lived in the ghetto, complete squalor of an apartment. That's almost a whole nother topic. But when I went into her place, I noticed that it was a little bit of a wreck. Shopping bags that were already, all the clothes were already pulled out, were in the corner, right? I saw a couple of like her undergarments on the side, and you could tell that this was clean laundry. It wasn't for that reason. That wasn't the reason they're all over the floor. You can tell it was piles of either clean laundry or laundry that needed to be washed. And I felt a little bit off-put by it. Now, granted, we've seen each other a couple times, so we knew it was gonna transition over into the, take it somewhere private kind of situation. So I figured, okay, well, she either knew this was going to happen, or she naturally is not the type to keep her place clean. Now, since I was younger, I did write her off. I didn't tell her her place was a wreck. I just basically said, hey, good luck to you. Now, for me, it's a little bit of an injustice, because if I told her, that could have been a benefit to her, and I would have felt better about it. But again, this comes with maturity. Needless to say, every time I drive by that street, I think of that apartment. I think of what could have been of this hot Puerto Rican who had a super messy apartment. So hopefully you enjoyed that. You learned a little bit something. I know that's kind of a little bit off the beaten path, but cleanliness is important. I'm trying to put y'all on some real dating game, both men and women. All right, so hope you like that. If you found this productive, if you enjoyed the video and it's a lot better than all the drama that you see, click like and subscribe. Please support my channel. This is Chris, the Dating Doc, signing out. Peace.